Tar spent a long time on this. Wanna have a fight?
Hello，Hello，今天要来玩明朝解长离的伴星任务。
This is so much fun!
The Wei Chi pieces were scattered, but the guru remained calm. "It's getting late," he said gently to the woodcutter. "Shouldn't you be heading down the mountain?" As he glanced at the sky, the woodcutter was shocked to see how much time had passed. It couldn't have been more than 2 hours, he thought in disbelief. Feeling apologetic, he prepared to leave, worried that the guru would be annoyed with him. But when the woodcutter turned around, he nearly jumped out of his skin. The hermit guru, who had been playing Wei Chi and drinking wine, was now gone. In his place lay a shattered Wei Chi board and a heap of decaying bones. The woodcutter was so scared that he dropped his bamboo basket and ran down the mountain without even looking back. As he reached the mountain's base, he was hit with a stark realization. The quaint village he remembered had bloomed into a bustling town, with sturdy brick houses replacing the humble thatched cottages. And where his home once stood, only an empty wasteland remained. He noticed a date on the calendar that he had never seen before. In shock, he grabbed a passerby and urgently asked, "Excuse me, can you tell me the current date and time?" As he heard the answer, his legs went weak. Everything had changed. Time had passed, and his loved ones were gone. No one remembered him anymore.
So the woodcutter left Mount Firmament, but how is he still alive and kicking? With 100 years worth of time inside him, shouldn't he?
Your story, it's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? I mean, if I wasn't from Hongzhen, I might have fallen for it.
Well, that's the whole point. The truth is stranger than fiction, my friend. Every detail in that story is based on real events. Let me share with you the other legend of Mount Firmament. For deep within its sacred peaks lies a powerful secret. The secret of immortality. We all know that Mount Firmament is the abode of the Sentinel, gathering spiritual energies from both heaven and earth for countless eons. Over time, even the mountain itself has taken on the form of our majestic Sentinel. Living in the mountains for long stretches of time, surrounded by fresh air and drinking from nature's own bounty, can add years to one's lifespan. It all starts with that game of Wei Chi, one that the woodcutter stumbled upon. Too bad those secrets have been long forgotten. Gather around now, people. You're in for the story of a lifetime.
什么东西？
I'll see you there.
你看哦，他脸超红。
信纸吗？
What's with the
Right.
ruckus? Huh? What's that in your hands? Eh. Oh.
刚才长离给了我这个，
Behold Hongzhen in its entirety, next to a ring and hanging eaves. When eternal snow thaw into flowing streams, let us reconvene. Hmm? Oh, I see, I see. I see I've got no clue at all. I get the very last part at least. She's asking you out. Well, that's a fancy way to write stuff.
第一句是方位讯息，地点应该就在红镇内部。
And now, this next sentence. Eternal snow thaw into streams. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, how did you manage to get all that hidden meaning?
我哪有只好使？
But the buildings in Hongzhen all look pretty much the same. Which one exactly was she talking about? Makes sense. Lead the way.
第一的连炮。
离火亦长生，长离的信签。
What do you want? I've done nothing wrong. Huh? Well, you're just asking for directions. Sorry, I'm not a local. Can't help you there. Wait, you were the one talking to Lady Chang Li earlier, weren't you?
他也认识长离。
If I were you, I'd steer
对啊，
clear
就
of
是
her.
都认识。
She's a deceitful woman who enjoys toying with people's hearts. A cunning villain who will manipulate you without you even knowing it.
他说她是心机女，
Haven't you heard?
谁
She left her government job to come here, to this small town. There's got to be a reason behind it. I heard she chose to quit her job, but I bet she messed up back in the capital and got demoted here as punishment. Then I guess you've also been fooled by her looks. That woman will stop at nothing to get what she wants, while you remain oblivious to her true intentions. And by the time you catch on, you'll already be caught in her trap. Hey, wait a minute. Has she actually achieved anything substantial during her time in Jinzhou? Or did Madame Magistrate just fall for her clever words and let her slack off? I have my reasons to believe so. I heard she tricked that VIP guest of Jinzhou into going to Mount Firmament. Just think about how dangerous that place was. She must have been afraid of him getting too close to Madame Magistrate and ruining her plans. What a sinister woman. Fortunately, that guest was a skilled fighter, and he managed to escape unharmed. I hope you don't mind my frankness. Just giving some advice, because you look pretty innocent and gullible. And not from Jinzhou, judging by your outfit, right?
他说的客人就是我吧？
这也蛮有特色的。
他怎么不说话？
shoot. I completely forgot about something I need to do. Sorry, gotta run.
我是那个客人啊。
客人是什么？
他说那个客人啊，
Huh?
did she disappear like that? Wait, are you that legendary rover who saved Jinzhou? Well, you've come to the right person. I'm here to compile a new travel guide for Hongzhen. Next to a ring and hanging eaves. Oh, I know where that is. It's on the northeast side of the town. Can't miss it. You'll see it once you get there. Say, that person earlier, that was Lady Chengli, right? Of course! Everyone in Jinzhou knows about Lady Chengli, even though she rarely appears in public. As Master Xuen Miao's disciple, she excels in the arts of politics and diplomacy. Her travels have taken her across the 4 seas, and as Secretary General, she has commanded respect from all who cross her path. Yeah, and she came all the way to Jinzhou to help out Magistrate Jinshi for the sake of peace in Huanglong. She's been working tirelessly behind the scenes since then, fully dedicated to her task. How could anyone not revere such a selfless act? I could have sworn I just saw her. Where did she go? I would...
What can I help you with? When snow thaw into streams? You're in... Legend tells of a visitor who ventured here some centuries ago. Back then, local villagers were struggling with no firewood due to heavy snow. This visitor opened up a path with their forte and diverted a hot spring to provide warmth and aid. People say it was once a stunning sight, with mist and ice flowing westward down the streams, as if many celestial beings were returning to the sea. Now the sight has unfortunately disappeared, but the saying sticks. We use it to describe time in local speech. Well, it's what Grandpa Zoe tells everyone. I haven't seen it with my own eyes, but when it comes to stories like this one, they're usually made up. Not that I don't want to believe them, but... Oh, you were listening to one of his stories earlier too, right? What did you think? Really? So you're into stories and anecdotes too? Grandpa Zoe's great-grandfather was a descendant of the first inhabitants of Hongzhen. He grew up hearing stories about Mount Firmament. Recently, he heard Madame Mat. People in town are curious about the outside world and how they are perceived. It's funny to hear outsiders describe my hometown, Hongzhen, as mysterious, especially lately, with so many people from Jinzhou coming on some kind of expedition. They're obsessed with us, like we're some kind of ancient relics. Can you believe they actually asked if our pavo plums have magical powers? Time truly is a formidable force.
Hey, why are the people here so divided about Chengli? You humans make everything so complicated. Well, at least now we know what she wanted to say. No, that's much easier to understand. Why does she have to make it a whole riddle? I'm getting sleepy again.
Rover? Nice to see you again. How are you liking Hongzhen so far? The crisis at Mount Firmament has been resolved, and the waterway between Jinzhou and Hongzhen is open once again. As a result, there has been an increase in visitors from Jinzhou, making the town more lively. With the chaos subsiding, our town and city are now reconnected, allowing residents to live and work in peace. We owe you a debt of gratitude, Rover, for your efforts in clearing the remaining effects of temporal disruptions in Mount Firmament over the past few days. We're all indebted to you, Hongzhen and its people alike. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask. I couldn't help but notice you've been asking around. Is there something you need assistance with?
Xin Yi and長離have a mutual trust as acquaintances. It should be fine to ask Xin Yi instead.
I see. That sounds like something長離would do. Even though we're not that close, I know a bit about her personality. She wouldn't just hand over something that symbolizes her identity to
那个
anyone,
原神做的好，
especially when... I think it would be better for her to tell you personally. The magistrate's counselor is shrouded in mystery,
真的很路
and her
人。
motives are often hard to decipher. When she wants something done, it's never as straightforward as it seems, and few can grasp the true meaning behind her plans. The rumors and controversies surrounding her never cease, but she seems unfazed. However, I believe one has to get involved personally to truly understand長離intentions, regardless of public opinion. About the riddle. It seems you have already figured it out by yourself. But remember, it's not just about the answer, but also what she wants you to understand. Then, if you'll excuse me, if there's anything else you need here in Hongzhen, please do not hesitate to let me know.
阿嬷的母鱼做不错。
前往红镇最高建筑，找到还击望飞檐。
最高那个应该蛮明显的，最高建筑啊。
最高的是
这个看了这个，有靠山，靠山那个，看起来比较高。
A ring, she wrote. Should be this ring-shaped ancient structure, I guess.
Wow! It's really huge now that we look at it.
Next, hanging eaves. If we look from here... Is it that pavilion?
It does look quiet. Should be a nice place for meetings. Getting eepy again.
That must be the place, then. I'll get going.
那个凉亭，这里有一个宝箱。
Oh, shiny! It's gotta be a dragon's treasure. Bully, let's race!
Apologies for my delay. Thank you for accepting my invitation. Oh? And what makes you think so?
Those tokens from Jinxi. It was your idea, was it not?
So, you've guessed it. Sorry, Rover. Jinzhou faced multiple threats back then,
指的是
and we
经
had to be
济给他的
cautious.
那些
We did not intend to inconvenience you. I regret our lack of hospitality. Still, I owe you an apology in person. This
你
time,
的模组真的做得不错哎，看他脸红。
I just wanted to see you. The brilliant mind that always understood my unspoken words. I am very grateful you decided to come.
这次你叫我来是为了什么？
I merely have a few questions, and I was wondering if you may have the answers. Does this game of Weiqi look familiar to you, Rover?
黑棋是什么？
Apologies. I heard about your memory loss. Please, pardon me. There is a local tale about the secret of immortality being hidden on Mount Firmament. Have you heard about it?
是刚刚那个老人在讲的那个故事。
神秘吧？
Yes, I have a slightly different version of this tale to share. Centuries ago, a Taoist cultivator met an enigmatic visitor on Mount Firmament. Despite their age difference, they soon became friends and often played Weiqi together. One day, a woodcutter stumbled upon them, having lost his way home. Their game mesmerized him so much that he didn't notice the red tie on his basket rotting away. Panicked, he bumped into the Weiqi board. Despite the interruption, the visitor remained unfazed. They offered the woodcutter some tea, then guided him down the mountain, shielding him from dangerous temporal disruptions. After that, the visitor disappeared. Many years later, the Taoist cultivator became a legendary hermit guru. Upon returning to Mount Firmament in his final years, he reunited with that elusive visitor. The two resumed their unfinished game. People believe the visitor shared their secret of immortality through cleverly placed Weiqi pieces as a final parting gift.
有一个秘法隐藏在这个局棋之中。
Yes and no. This game is missing the final 20 moves.
一
It
局
is unfinished.
对吧？
That was a bit different from what you heard before, I guess. The story changed over time. But that's how old tales go. Slowly losing their truth as they're passed down. Precisely. The legend may be shrouded in myth, but that game of Weiqi was real. Embedded within its records lies a cryptic message. From what I know, only the Sentinel in its prime has the power to manipulate time through its possession of a complete temporal mandate. For us mere mortals, as the records state, it only reveals itself when Mount Firmament emerges. But how it ties to the temporal mandate remains an enigma, at least for now. Yes, we may find a way to heal them. But our chances are looking slim. That game record could just hold my teacher's memories. Not if... So I am presenting this as merely a personal request. I am planning to go find that record. Could you please join me? As we have been to Mount Firmament before, I imagined it would pique your interest, as the tale concerns our sentinel. And, moreover, you are special to me, and to Mount Firmament. I hope I have provided enough reasons to clear your doubts. I asked you about the unfinished Weiqi game, because I believe it may have something to do with your past. Yes. After all, it takes two to play Weiqi, right? Splendid. Very well. Let's meet on the gallery road outside Hongzhen. I still have some preparations to do. Please, go ahead. I'll join you later. Rover, you're well, as the Wayfinder, I do know a couple of shortcuts. The notes only provided a vague idea of where the game record is. We'll be heading there. See if we can find anything new. After dealing with those artificers, but one can only do so much alone. This is why I need your help. How reliable. Then let's get going.
Changli? What is it?
Nothing, Rover. I just thought the snow is beautiful today. You seem curious about that ancient structure.
It looks familiar. Like the abandoned Court of Savante facility I saw, but bigger in scale.
I heard it first appeared along with our Sentinel. Later, the Court of Savante based their Chronos orders on its design. Every winter, my hometown buzzed as people left their mark in the fresh snow, hoping for dreams to come true when it melted.
Did you try it too, Changli?
No. I only watched from afar. My forte always melted the snow. We can see the whole of Hongzhen from here. I never noticed how beautiful it looked during my previous visits. It's the same place as always. I suppose it's my state of mind that has changed. I don't know. Maybe it's because your presence makes me feel at ease.
Wait! I smell tacit discords in that cave. No, there's more. Tacit discords, humans, and... Smells like a whole bunch of messed up frequencies. Ugh, it's so familiar. Come on! After all we've been through, you still don't trust my sniffer? Huh. Be grateful. I'm giving you a warning.
Rover, did something happen? It's in the same direction we're going. Could it be?
漂亮，漂亮啊，漂亮。
他脸，为什么他脸颊一直是红的啊？
我知道。
恶心的感觉，真的是。他的模式真的做不错。是啊，哎。
有冇得擦腮紅啊？你看着我的设计好了。
Signs of climbing. Someone may have been here before us.
Get away from me! I can't hold up much longer.
他怎么不逃？你会逃啊！
Thank goodness.
Please stand
可以
back.
用长
We'll
离。
take it from here.
I can fight. Let me help.
小雨，他好像法剑士吧？
他会顺你耶。
他是也，基本上都是什么？
这样长
也会啊，
这是指南针。
就比较不会。
Thanks for your help.
你没事吧？
I'm okay. Wait. You? Are you the Rover?
你认识我？
You're that hero who fought against the Stronodian. And you also resolved the time crisis here with Madam Magistrate. Everyone's... And Lady Changli. I never thought I'd have the chance to see you in person. Without your help, I'd have been a goner for sure. I can't die here. Not when I've got someone waiting for me. I finally found it. After all this time. Ugh.
这个有点像那个
他找到什么？
神的传说任务吧？
你找到什么？
While we've solved the crisis in Mount Firmament for the time being, public access to the mountain is still restricted. Before entering the mountain, any explorer must submit a request and can only do so while accompanied. Sir, Could you please share your reasons for traveling here alone?
I heard about Mount Firmament's legend, so I came to find its secret. I've only been in the mountain for half a day. Everything was going smoothly before those monsters pounced on me on my way back. I must get back. Fooling. She's still waiting for me.
他的状态有点奇怪。
Some of those injuries are older than half a day.
就这个探险家的状态。
He needs to go back to Hongzhen for proper medical attention. Time's against us. Agreed. The appearance of tacit discords is indeed unusual. We can ask him later when he's... On that note, we still don't know his identity. Judging from his uniform, he might be affiliated with the Pioneer Association. Then perhaps that someone is in Hongzhen. Could be his friend. Good point, Rover. Let's head back.
麦当劳。
误会，啊，不是误会，其实他蛮健康的这样。
Bullies, let's race!
Isn't that Wu Li? What happened to him?
一个人叫什么？无离。
Not really. He showed up in town and started asking weird questions to all the older
刚刚
folks.
那个
They've
探
been
险
avoiding
家
him
嘛，
ever since.
对啊，
是吧？
他是
The
比较，
secret of
是哪一
immortality.
个啊？
I found it.
不知道怎么找那项羽。
那要找到长生秘法。
Oh, he really went up the mountain, didn't he? Oh my. No. I'm fine. Go find Fu Ling.
他精神分裂。
Sir, do you know where his companions...
这个
I'm not sure.
这个路
There are
人，
lots of other people in town who are dressed just like him.
His companions? His gear, though? These are last year's designs. Perhaps you should go ask Yoning. She's been a member for quite... Yoning's just up ahead. Whoa!
有点强。
Greetings, Lady Chung. How may I help you today, Lady Chun-Li? Oh, and hello, Rover. The person on your back.
We found him on Mount Firmament. Do you know where his companion...
Isn't this Wu Li? What happened to... He's one of the Pioneer Association's... I remember, he went on sabbatical months ago, and he left with Fu Ling. Yes, Fu Ling, his girlfriend. Oh, Fu Ling asked us about his whereabouts not long ago. Speaking of...
No, I'm not going.
Don't worry.
旅馆在哪？下面。
往下面。
Wooly? I...
Breathe. Take it easy.
那个冒险家，
他是
Thank you.
哦，这个
I'm
是少
okay
女
now.
不是在
Who
少女
are you?
长得也不错，
And
因为他是
Wooly, is
对
he...
结果好像是路人。
你就是福林的。
Yes, I am. Can you please tell me what happened?
Fooling!
Wooly, you're hurt. I've been looking for you. You didn't pick up my calls.
Great news, Fooling! I found it! Finally! I found a way to slow down your illness. No more pain, my love. We can finally be together. Forever.
You mean that legend? It's real?
那长生不老药。
Fooling, are you?
No, I am. I'm so glad to hear it.
Yes.
Wooly! Thank you, Rover, Lady Chungli. You saved his life. May I please ask, what on earth happened? So, he said he only spent half a day in the mountains.
Was that not the case?
No, I've been waiting for almost a week. It's not unusual for Wooly to be out of touch for a few days when he goes on long trips. Wooly, I used to work as a landscape painter. A few months ago, I got really sick. Despite his efforts, we couldn't find any cures. I thought it was just going to be a relaxing trip, but he disappeared for 7 days. And now he's back rambling about having found a way to stop my condition from
Mount Firmament's secret of immortality, I presume?
Yes. Wooly told me that he's researched and found an untouched paradise on Mount Firmament. A place where time stands still. It cannot fully cure me, but at least we can spend eternity to... At first I thought it was just a myth. But then you brought up how he only spent half a day in the mountains. Those were my thoughts as well. But Wu Li seemed very certain.
Mount Firmament used to have temporal disruptions caused by its tumultuous history. So there are still unaddressed temporal disruptions in the mountains. And little did he know it would only put him in more danger.
I see. So that's why there were rumors of rangers being here to take care of the leftover tacit discords and block off. Then, if this temporal disruption, Rover, Lady Chungli.
He truly thinks it's the only way to save you.
Freezing my own time. Dreams always come to an end. Eventually, we have to wake up and keep moving forward. I'm okay. I haven't talked this much. I'm just a little tired. I'll be fine after some rest. Once Wooly wakes up...
If you have any other ideas, just tell him. But if you keep it all to yourself, no one, even those closest to you, will know how you really feel.
Yes, I understand.
Rover, things are taking a turn. We should probably tell Lady Xingyi first.
Bullies, let's race!
阿嬷也很漂亮，她那个模组设计的都还不错，人质什么的。
妈在哪吗？
Bullies, let's race!
在上面。
上面呢？
李奇。
What brings you here at this time of the day?
刚那是刚那个是那个吧，保暖的那个耳罩。
I see. Strange appearances of tacit discords in the mountains. And undiscovered temporal disruptions. There are several questionable details according to Rover's description.
What do you make of Fu Ling's words from earlier, Rover?
如果有恢复年轻的药，应该可以。
为什么？那老了不行吗？
老了，我觉得老了不行。
He claimed to have spent only half a day in the mountains, but it's been 7 days since he returned to Hongzhen. That does sound like some kind of temporal disruption, one that wasn't strong enough to affect Hongzhen. After Jinxi's battle with the Sentinel, she ordered Midnight Rangers to patrol Hongzhen and inspect Mount Firmament for any lingering temporal disruptions before reopening it to the public. Rover, you've been exploring the mountains lately, so I'm sure you have a good grasp on Mount Firmament. But if there are any hidden disruptions we missed... Precisely. Yet, why did it reappear at this point? Fu Ling's legend differs from the situation at Mount Firmament. He was utterly convinced of his discovery, and he somehow managed to run into temporal disruptions in half a day's time. Also, when I questioned him, he evaded my inquiries. Lies that are most challenging to detect aren't usually outright falsehoods. Rather, they hide parts of the truth. The explorer wanted to save his friend, indeed, but he was also hiding something. I've become rather curious about the truth behind this temporal disruption. Did you notice something, Rover? For someone with a terminal illness, they should hold on to any chance of survival, no matter how slim. Is that what you think? Maybe she's come to terms with her destiny. Or maybe...
Changli?
Well, please pardon my baseless speculations. I knew you'd notice too. The frequency disturbance here is weak. It's similar to past temporal disruptions at Mount Firmament, but not exactly the same. Master Xuanmiao's records show that this is where the game record last appeared. This is also where we found that explorer.
As Changli mentioned, this anomaly may indeed have something to do with that legendary game record.
Exactly. If this were to be the case, then we are not the only ones searching for its whereabouts. The explorer did not tell us about his source of it, but his knowledge of Mount Firmament far...
You mean... Got it. The Midnight Rangers will block all entrances to the mountain for now. And Changli, you still have the power to send in garrison troops as needed.
We left Mount Firmament in a hurry. I need to go back up the mountain. We're still unsure about the exact location and range of the temporal disruption. Regardless, its reappearance is a pressing issue that needs our attention. It may get dangerous. Well then, thank you, Rover.
Thank you again for your help. You were supposed to be here for a relaxing time. But it seems another crisis has popped up. Do take extra caution.
We should get going.
I will cut down any threat in your way.
"调查遗留的笔记。遇到了一个可疑的红衣人。
这游戏的红衣人不就那个？
就那个禅心会啊。
对啊，上个禅心会，禅心会。
Now it has become quite clear what the two were thinking. I had my speculation. Fu Ling has come to terms with her impending death. She doesn't buy into the legends of... If Wu Li wants to reach that so-called paradise, that is not what she wants for him. Her ultimate desire is for her... She hasn't given up, but rather clings to... Why the sudden question? I'm just making an educated guess from what we've collected. And honestly, Fu Ling isn't... Let's stay focused on the issue. While the diary is cryptic, it still exposes the truth. It's no coincidence. All the clues point to a correlation between the temporal disruption and the legends of the... Yes. Information on the actual powers of Jue. I guess our old friends, they went to great lengths just to... According to the information in my master's notes, and the place we're looking for should be just ahead. Is that?
The chaotic temporal disruptions are even clearer to see. Traces of excavation on the ground. Looks like someone was trying to dig a hole with their bare hands. Could it be Wooly?
This is a Weiqi board. The abnormal time flow here is most likely caused by the chronosorters. Or
要回溯上。
那个旗袍，
棋盘，
这不是我吗？
Never had I imagined I'd experience such a great game of Weiqi on Mount Firmament.
长得像我啊。
Please, no need to be so modest. I can tell the difference.
this is my master's voice. The voice of the other person
玄
seems
妙
deliberately
真
erased.
人，这是他
Who
师
do
傅
you，think the other person looks like?
哦，
这看起来是我。
傻逼。
他怎么不讲话？
是啊。我在讲为什么会有这种时空的那种发生这样。
It has been decades since last we met, but you, my friend, still look the same.
哦，他说我那
It
个
turns out I had
不会
already
老
met
这
you
样子
all those years ago. My lifesaver.
对，
And you're older than
他
me.
说你10年
I
不
should have
见
been
的
more，respectful
你还是
back
这
then.
么长得这个样子。
So you remember our promise. I am overjoyed. A new city is about to be established. Having accomplished so much, I may have spoken out of turn. If you're not in a rush. Well played. Every move in Weiqi is fluid and unpredictable. My clan are a group of hermits. We view the world as a game of strategy, manipulate. Oh, but you, my friend, oh, please don't feel sad for me. When the time comes, the one who shall finish this game of Weiqi with you will not. Do my plans seem too... There's no need for concern. With her, the results of this game will decide. The road ahead is long and treacherous.
眼睛发光。
You've come this far and followed us here, yet you hesitate to reveal yourselves. Guess I'll have to take the lead and extend an invitation.
小局。
Don't assume you'll always be in control, Changli.
他配音不错哎。
Our friendly chat is
这
over.
个其实
It's time to say
角色
goodbye.
画的还不错。这是拼。
Still not giving up yet, Changli. We know more than that unfinished game.
他
We
声音有
are
点
well aware
傲
of
慢
the
的感
price
觉
you。would pay. You're dangling at the end of
那个
your rope.
拆心会
Your unwitting trail has led us straight to our target.
Oh, is that so?
Sever! Grip! Take 4. Make it fast. Beckon the divine flame. Sever!
The Sonoro Sphere is open! Go! Sorry, but you're not getting past me. Jue's formidable time-bending abilities at their peak. All trapped within this Sonoro Sphere, as I'm sure you are well aware.
索诺拉
Do you really want to chase after this legend when you don't even know if it's real?
So what? Wouldn't it be a sight to behold as this Sonoro Sphere consumes everything in its path while the temporal disruptions bring death?
真是疯了
Anyway, Rover, thank you for letting us into this Sonoro Sphere.
哦，那是副本的入口。
You are indeed very special, as the Excellency foretold.
An unfamiliar space. No sign of the Fraxidus. Chun-Li's nowhere to be seen.
No! Don't come any closer!
小女孩，好厉害啊！
看一眼就让人家起来，
啊？
看一眼就能让人家烧起来。
这是那个长离啊，
I'm fine. It's my forte. I'm used to it. You stay away from me, or you'll get burned. This village was attacked by tacit discords. There's nothing left. Why did you come here? No one but the exiles are willing to stay here now. Are you a bad person? That's what all bad people say. Whatever you're looking for, there's nobody here but me and the tacit discords. When I'm here, no one's afraid of me, and I won't hurt anyone. Anyway, you should hurry up and leave. It's not safe for you to be here.
它跟长离很像。
Mirages in a Sonoro Sphere shouldn't be able to hold a conversation like this. Is she a younger version of Chun-Li?
Huh? 'Why did you stop talking? Are you lost? I can take you somewhere safe. I know a shortcut that leads to a safer village. Thank you.
这是什么啊？
Was there something like this here before?
These mechanisms, they need to be unlocked from both sides at once.
Okay, let's each handle one side. I'll go over there.
Ah.
It's open! We'll be safe once we get out of here. This place seems a bit different from what I remember.
Nowhere to hide. One with the settlers. Shadow descent.
These are the villagers, attacked by tacit discords. Why? There weren't any of them here before. Don't worry. My forte is strong. I will get rid of them and protect you. Tacit discords! Watch out! Listen up! Guide my blade. Strike!
No mercy. Strike.
Shadow descends.
You
凤凰吧，什么孔雀啊？
朱雀吧，应该是朱雀。它的尾巴
I'm
是
not
那
just
个
any kid. I'm strong, you know? Oh. Oh. The village I lived in got destroyed by those scary monsters. They hid me in a safe basement, while everyone else died or ran away. No one except me made it out alive. When I came out, no one was there anymore. Now, I must get to somewhere safe. Okay.
Remnants of the past.
There's a piece of paper. It has turned yellow. Oh, if I had arrived sooner. Whoa. I found some dry rations. They look well kept. Should be still edible. Oh, it's a bit frozen. No worries. I can use my fire to heat it up. Are you hungry? I haven't seen you take a single bite. You can have these. If you don't eat anything for too long, you won't be able to walk.
Cherish every gain. More tacit discords. I'll handle them.
Okay.
Shadow descends. One with the sounds.
Is this the key to that door?
Yes. And those tacit discords just devoured the frequencies of the guard on door duty.
猜什么东西掉在地上？捡到什么钥匙？
An unexpected discovery.
不要抢，不要。
什么？
It might look kind of scary, but actually, it doesn't hurt at all. Of course. I'm a resonator too, you know. My forte is a powerful one. I control fire. Nothing's brighter and warmer than fire. It can burn away the cold and drive away monsters. That's because I don't know how to properly control it yet. The resonator who taught me about my forte said if I don't use it properly, I'll die young. They also said a lot of things I couldn't understand. Told me I shouldn't use it too often. But if I don't use my forte, I'd get eaten by the tacit discords or killed by the bad people. What's the point of living a longer life if I can't even survive? I want to live. I want to become a strong grown-up. I want to have good control of my power and protect the people who protected me in the past. And then I'll make a peaceful and prosperous world for everyone. Yes. According to the village teacher, that means children will no longer be in danger from monsters. We'll all have enough to eat, but I've still got lots to learn. So I'll need to find someone really strong and learn from them. Thank you. I want to become as strong as you are. I understand. I'll do... What a strange place. It's supposed to look familiar, but there are so many things I've never seen before. This door... I don't know why, but I keep getting the feeling that I've been here before. It's so weird. Let's look around. Maybe we'll find something.
要连接到这边。
This is...
A mirage of the past. This place. It looks familiar too. These are my memories, recreated inside this Sonorosphere. As I stepped inside, both Rover and the Fraxidus vanished into thin air. frequencies are constantly changing. And the flow of time is chaotic, just like it had been on Mount Firmament. A sonarosphere affected by temporal disruption. Did he do this to mislead? I should be careful. Whatever the case, I must find Rover first.
在不同的时空里面。
I'm starving. Oh, this thing. Oh. If I burn it a bit with my fire, I can eat it, I guess.
这是他小时候啊。
Make it fast.
I didn't.
Don't try to play me, you little thief.
I found these all by myself.
Ha! You think I'm buying this story? How the hell? This is our turf. Better scurry off if you know what's good for you.
Why don't we let her stay?
We've got plenty of mouths to feed already.
I can do it.
Yes. Back then, I didn't know how to control my flames. I could only brute force my way out of it. My body was always covered in burns.
Take 4. Mine eye. My blade yearns.
Roll for me.
Nowhere to hide.
Together we vanish. Crosscut. Sever.
Beckon the divine flame.
Sever. My blade yearns.
You will obey.
Ma'am, are you okay? Oh, there's been a lot.
I'm fine. Thank you for driving those
I'm a resonator. These wounds.
Oh. You should.
But, ma'am.
You. And these.
Unexpected discovery.
This place. The spaces are a...
Please, wait.
他的师傅。
My dear, you've come all this way.
I am... You gave me some food before...
You misunderstood my intentions. When I...
But you told me... The path to safety lies in embracing fortuitous moments. I didn't understand what you meant by that.
Well now, I only...
I've heard Master Xuanmiao is a wise hermit guru who helps people. I want to live. learn to control my power and become stronger.
Do you know what defines a peaceful and prosperous world?
I think... I'm a resonator too. I have a strong forte. Look!
Is this flame manipulation?
离火。什么意思？
Such a fearful power. If not used wisely, it may engulf you in return. Without proper guidance, you will eventually... I can teach you how to control your power, but in this world of ups and downs, relying solely on brute force will not get you far. If you long for a peaceful and prosperous world, you must utilize your own intellect to choose. Come over, child. You bear the powers of flame manipulation, a phoenix born from fire, one that shall bring peace to this world. From this day on, your name will be長離.
Do you have to go, Master?
Oh, my time in this world is up, my child. I have my own destination to head to. I can only accompany you so far on this journey.
Are you going to a dangerous place alone? Why?
Oh, it's not your turn to go there yet,長離. But the price you pay for forcefully employing your forte...
Yes, I understand.
Remember what I have taught you. Ponder carefully.
長離will remember your teachings by heart, Master. But Master, this person you want me to find...
When the time comes, you will know. You need only use your wisdom to offer. He is the only one who... This way. The world of prosperity.
I believe I've found that person, Master. This Weichi board and the Sonorosphere. The end of this Sonorosphere. I guess this is another riddle from my master. it fast.
I'm fine. I think I'm remembering something. But it's all just a blur. I can't make out any clear images. I've been looking for something for a long, long time. I don't know. I just remember that it's very, very important. Something that can change the world. But I'm starting to wonder why I'm even here. Everything looks so different from what I remember. And why do you look so familiar? We've never met before. We might be able to open that door with it. What will we find behind that door? Yeah, I hope so.
Remnants of the past.
A scheme may be grander than not to vanquish malevolence in its nascent guise.
Master?
長離, you have done well. Now that you have found the answers you seek, it is time to begin your journey. From this moment on, the choices you make and the plans you lay out, they will all lead to that future.
長離.
Sorry I kept you waiting.
This place! Run! It's a trap! They played us!
Take 4. Clear as the blaze. I'm fine. Mind's eye. Feathers incinerate.
Endure and defy.
Together we vanish. Take form. Beckon the divine flame. Mind eye.
One with the sounds.
Life is in everything.
Together we vanish. Take form. Be reduced to cinders. Don't worry. This game is almost over. Can you feel it? It's warm. Doesn't hurt at all. See?
It's so beautiful. Wooly, this is the miracle we've been waiting to see. It's hope, reborn after destruction.
Fooling.
It's over.
Did you find what you were looking for? Thank you for your help. The Midnight Rangers have successfully apprehended all remaining Fraxidus members in the mountains, and the effects of the temporal disruption have now vanished. I lost all contact with you during this whole time. Did you run into any trouble? temporal disruption hidden inside a sonorosphere. It makes sense now why it stayed hidden for so long. I never thought the solution would be to burn down the entire sonorosphere from the inside. You went too far back there,長離.
I know my limits.
Rover. Lady長離.
Wooly is fine now, thanks to his doctor's help. After all, it's been almost 5 days.
I never properly thanked you for bringing me back to Hongzhen.
No need for that. I understand. The Fraxidus had their eyes on the same thing we did.
We will never forget how you saved.
As for the truth behind the so-called, I had a gut feeling it would turn out to be a discipline. But this isn't the first time this has happened. I've talked about it with Fu Ling. From now on, I'll take her on more trips to see more new places together.
Until the day when I can no longer hold a pen. I've already talked to the folks at the publishing house. My eventual departure may be unavoidable, but I want to give it my all until the very end.
I know you've already looked past death. But remember, there are people who care about you.
Yes, I understand. We could stay together a little longer.
Of course, Fu Ling.
It's not time to be sad yet, is it? I've compiled a list of renowned doctors in Huanglong.
Lady長離, I truly can't...
No need for thanks. If you're feeling generous and want to repay me, I hope to see Fu Ling's work in the next issue of Artists. Everyone's been missing seeing their favorite landscape artists work lately. Are you surprised? Well, now I'm curious. What kind of a person do you see me as? Now that the situation has been resolved, you should return to Hongzhen. After going through so much, you must be exhausted, Rover. Me? Well, I think Lady Xing-Yi could use the extra help in dealing with the aftermath. Splendid.
It's getting late. Maybe we should wait until we get back to discuss anything else.
Two days have passed since長離told me that she and Xing-Yi would handle the aftermath. I wonder how she's doing.
Are you worried? Let's just go ask her then.
Might as well.長離can be difficult to find. Let's go ask Xing-Yi first.
Greetings. We're almost done dealing with the aftermath of the previous incident. They wanted to get their hands on the temporal program from the legend of the Wei Qi game.長離recounted to us that a Fraxidus overseer had entered the sonorosphere and was injured by her fire. They were lucky to escape. I've put together a thorough report for City Hall. We will strengthen our defenses to make sure this doesn't... We parted 2 days ago on the coast. Perhaps she's just taking some time to rest and recover. It must have...長離knew you'd be worried. Meet her at the pavilion on Mount Firmament. She also said, no...
How are you feeling, Rover? Well rested, I hope. Aw, can't you see I'm perfectly fine, sitting right in front of you? Don't worry, Rover. We're only having a casual conversation today. Nothing taxing. Besides, you only agreed to join me here for more questions, right? Oh, is that so? I'm curious then. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. It all started a century ago, when my mentor, Master Xuanmiao, during a TD outbreak, my master was rescued by that individual. He exuded a unique energy and was always elusive. My master dug through ancient texts and unearthed his... After searching for several years, he finally met that person on Mount... At first, I thought my master meant the game record held actual information about the time crisis. But And lastly, the secret of immortality, it's most likely just the woodcutter's own spin on the tale. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. My master and the mysterious visitor had set a trap with the sonorosphere, using the Wei Qi game as a... Despite the Sentinel and Mount Firmament being saved, the Fraxidus would not go down without a fight. Pure coincidence or the calculated workings of the Fraxidus, the explorer stumbled upon the Wei Qi board, setting off. The Sentinel was already damaged when it arrived here. My master had foreseen the disasters that would befall Mount Firmament, so he created this mechanism as a precautionary measure. The sonorosphere would devour all who attempted to enter, unless they knew the solution to that puzzle.
就是用它的火。
Precisely. The only way to escape was by burning the sonorosphere without hurting anyone inside. It required masterful control of Forte. Thinking back, it was probably his ultimate test for me. That was his first goal with this sonorosphere. Before leaving, Master entrusted me with a mission to find that individual, the one who played Wei Qi with him, the one who left behind that game record. After my master's passing, he would be the only one who could control the Sonarosphere. By now, you should know who he is.
就是我吧。
Yes. That's why you needed me as your wayfinder. And from the moment you arrived in Jinzhou, I had my suspicions about your true identity. Our journey to Mount Firmament solidified my beliefs. Then finally, the Weiqi board in that Sonarosphere sealed the truth for me. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Indeed, those memories, they were all real. Yes, that's all in the past. Just a little homeless girl with no name. I never thought we could make new memories in the Sonarosphere, where only the past repeats itself. A moment of companionship and protection meant everything to me. I can sense your unspoken question. Did I sacrifice my life when I burned down the Sonarosphere, like when I was a child? What I told you there was true, but I've grown and gained control over my powers. Using my forte now won't harm me in any way. Of that, you can rest assured. Also, if you really are the legendary person who changed the course of history, then you are perhaps the closest to immortality, aside from our sentinel. We mortals come and go. Our lives are full of meetings and goodbyes. Our time on this earth is fleeting compared to yours, so don't let it bother you. I see. Perhaps this is why it's so hard to leave this beautiful world behind. Then, would you be willing to finish that game of Weiqi with me instead? The young orphan girl carried on. Everywhere she looked, tragedies rampant. As lament engulfed the globe, a world torn by monsters, filled with homeless souls. With her own blood as fire, she drove away the cold. And her master said, "In this tumultuous world, lives are fragile as mayflies." She couldn't exhaust herself to save those before her. But she must endure to ignite a brighter tomorrow. She wielded her wits to evade harm, treading on knives with care. Alone, yet maturing through stumbles. Later on, she became someone else's teacher. She taught the future leader this: to guide conscience and secure prosperity for the people, to continue lost teachings of past sages and establish peace for all. I will be the torchbearer, for one person can't rid the world of chaos alone. One day, a future of prosperity and lasting peace will arrive.
点完了。今天直播就到这里了，拜拜。